So in today's lesson, we're learning about polyatomic ions and how to write and name the formulas that deal with them. So polyatomic ion, you need to know, is a group, poly means many is that prefix there, of atoms together that have an overall charge. So you treat the whole group as one identity. For example, sulfur and oxygen form a few different groupings. So this example over here, this SO4 minus 2 is called sulfate, whereas this one, SO3 minus 2, is called sulfite. There are 9 polyatomics you need to memorize, so you need to know the formula, the charge, and the name for each. So, for example, you need to know that SO4 minus 2 is sulfate, NO3 minus 1 is nitrate, PO4 minus 3 is phosphate, SO3 minus 2 is sulfite, NO2 minus 1 is nitrite, and CO3 minus 2 is carbonate. These are the last 3, ammonium, acetate, and hydroxide. So in order to write formulas using polyatomics, you essentially write them the same way as you do with ionics. You use a crisscross method. So for example, if we want to write out magnesium with phosphate, we'd have magnesium here, the symbols, and then phosphate is the polyatomic. You always write the metal first, the polyatomic second. So you write the charge from the column as a superscript of each element, so this is how you decided Mg plus 2 is plus 2 because it's the second column. PO4 minus 3 is from the polyatomics table and ones you had to memorize. You would first crisscross the numbers to form the charges, not the charge itself. So again, this PO4 minus 3, this 3 goes down here, and the 2 come across here, and then you make sure the formula is written in the lowest whole number ratio. So again, this example down here, Mg plus 2 and SO4 minus 2, you want it to say Mg SO4, not Mg2 SO4 2. Okay? So, naming ionic compounds for polyatomics, an example here, if we name the metal cation and then the polyatomic anion. So MgSO4 magnesium sulfate is an example, Mg3PO42 is magnesium phosphate. Those are just some examples. Okay, so in the problem packet for lesson 10 you have plenty of example problems to work on, but here's just a couple examples worked out. So the first one, if we're looking for NaNO3, so we want to name that one. So we first look for the metal, which is sodium, Na. NO3 we find over here, so NO3 if you read across is nitrate. So you would name that as sodium nitrate. This next one, Ba is barium. Cn we need to find on this table here, so Cn is right here for cyanide, so this would be barium cyanide. Li is lithium, SO4 you find from the table is sulfate here, so lithium sulfate. K is potassium, PO4 is phosphate, potassium phosphate. Cs is cesium, and this long thing here is acetate. It's listed right here, so cesium acetate is the name of that example. So, for homework, I had asked that you finish the problems in lesson 10 of the problem packet, give them a try, and bring any questions you have to class tomorrow.